Hey, you. Yeah, you, the podcast listener. Are you a basketball fan? Honestly, probably not. If you're listening to this classic podcast, you're probably a basketball sicko, and that's why you should know that with Sling TV, you can get every playoff game for the best price, hands down. All for just $35 a month. You'll get all the upsets, the comebacks, buzzer beaters, alley-oops, Game 7s, baby! Foul-outs, tip-offs, crossovers, dynasties, and rivalries. You get and ones, three-pointers, and if you're lucky, a very solid play or a big beef. Yeah, there's a lot to love about playoff basketball, and you can get it all with Sling for the best price. But there's still more to watch. It's not basketball every single night, people. Sling has your favorite live sports, news, and popular TV shows on channels like ESPN, TNT, TBS, MSNBC, CNN, and more. Sling is easy to set up and easy to use. You can stream on any device and record up to 50 hours with included DVR space. And one more time, did I mention you can watch every playoff basketball game for the best price with Sling? Go into sicko mode and check out sling.com for special offers. Sling, the live TV you love for a price you'll love. Try it today.
Did you see Ariana Grande performing at the Grammys?
Oh, I fucking hate her.
Hate her.
Yeah.
What did you say?
What?
Okay, I thought you said something.
I just said yeah.
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 Shannon, what is that? Shannon, call the police.
Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast on the Athletic Network. It's Wednesday, May 25th. We're here in the Classic Factory. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, we got Tass Mellis.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, Tass? We got our top shot hot boy rocking a New Jersey there, Trey Kirby.
Heyo!
Heyo! And last but not least today, super producer JD.
Hello.
There he is, and here we are. As you can see, no international man of mystery today. Lee is at his youngest son's school graduation today, and the irony is not lost on us after another heartbreaking day in America yesterday and continuing in today. What are we at? 19 children, 2 adults killed in the Texas elementary school shooting yesterday. How you guys holding up?
It was not an easy day yesterday. It was... Yeah, it's unfortunate because it feels normal. And I think we have to say every time it frickin' happens that it's not normal. And that we have to break the cycle because most people want gun control in this country, but we're being held hostage by a small group, a very small group of politicians who are being paid and lobbied by an industry that has told people that they need guns, and there are people that are trying to help break the cycle, and I think that's all I want to say today is that there are advocates out there that are trying to break that cycle that we have to get out of mass shooting, grieving, discussion about what should happen, a lot of inaction, waiting for another one, then it happens again because we're only 11 days out of another one in Buffalo, New York. So join an advocacy group because groups like Moms on Demand are doing something about it, and it's a long fight, obviously, but take the energy that you have today and not just as I am as well. I'm taking my own advice here and not just wait until another day because there's just way too many freaking guns on the streets. Way too many guns on the streets. It's not even just obviously when it's kids, it becomes incomprehensible, unthinkable, repugnant, disgusting. But it's happening every day, and the numbers are staggering, just how many guns there are out there. And The gun
and it's
lobbies.
a uniquely American problem, too, that there are so many guns and that they are so easy to get. And, there is mental illness everywhere. But if you're able to easily get a gun, things like this can happen and will continue to happen until that is no longer the case. I was really missing my family last night just to, see them and hug them. So I can't imagine what those families are feeling.
We'll try and be a small distraction here for some of the sadness as we talk some hoops. Shout out to the stream team. We always appreciate it. Everybody joining us live right now. Subscribe, like, comment, share the show. Email in your NBA questions or non-NBA questions. Hell, send them in. Anything you want to nodunks@theathletic.com. New No Breaks dropped yesterday. TK and Graydon breaking down the Spanish GP. I listened to it yesterday, and I enjoyed it very much, especially when you were talking about a poster of one of the drivers' bare ass in a stream. I perked up.
That's exactly right.
Right. So go check that out. That's on YouTube. No Breaks, its own YouTube feed and channel there, or podcast. These guys do a fantastic job. And if you're like somewhat new to F1, this is the podcast for you. I think it's a great balance of, especially Graydon really knowing his stuff.
One guy who knows what they're talking about, and one guy who likes watching fast cars.
Yeah, well, and then the balance is obviously the knowledge and then the laughs and all the insane things that go in that world of F1 racing. And also, back to the jerseys, because Trey has one on. They've dropped. These are finally available. I feel like I've been teasing these for weeks, maybe months, but Breaking T has them now. There's only 99 available, both of the No Dunks Nuggets throwback jersey and the No Dunks Grizzlies throwback jersey. You can go to nodunks.com. They went live at 10. So they've been live for, at this point, about 10 minutes. Hopefully some of them are still available there. But I imagine these aren't going to last long because they are fire. They look incredible there on your screen, and they look even better in person. I was rocking the Grizzlies one yesterday, and Trey's got the Nuggets one on. So, go grab one of those if you would like to. Rep some No Dunks jerseys when you hoop this summer, or maybe at the pool or something like that.
Either.
Oh, yes. There's Valtteri Boat Ass.
I like to imagine he got out of this stream and threw on a No Dunks jersey.
Hopefully it was long enough.
No. Winnie the Pooh style.
Okay. Okay, well, we are going to get into the All-NBA teams that were announced last night. We'll talk surprises. We'll talk snubs and all that. But let's start with the game, because we're getting to Game 5 in the Western Conference Finals. Luka and the Mavs avoid the sweep, 119-109. Got a little close there at the end as the Warriors' backups made a run. But the Mavs get the victory, and what'd you think of this one, Taz? Get us started.
The only thing I regret is that we weren't there for the rain delay. We're just the perfect rain delay fillers, I think. They could have tossed to us.
Oh, wow.
I mean, two parts. First, I think we should have sponsored the rain delay. This rain delay brought to you by No Dunks.
Interesting.
Our show's kind of like a rain delay,
What?
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, we fill time really well.
That's a good point. Sometimes we're like, this show is going to be a short one, only a half an hour. We go, 90 minutes.
Yeah.
We could have filled
16 minutes. I think we easily could have filled.
Because they threw up to the TNT crew. Because Harlan, Reggie, and Stanton were like, okay,
they're out of things to say.
Yeah, we talked about the leak. All right, you guys, Ernie, Shaq, you take it. And then they threw to Shaq a fool.
Yeah.
And then that was half done, and they go, all right, they're playing again. We got to go. We could have filled that better. We could have sponsored it in two different ways. I think we missed out there. Anyway, so that happened. But I think what happened was the Mavs figured out the 3-2 zone pretty well for the first time in this series. What they did was overload like 4 guys on one half of the floor, and the Warriors were pretty slow to rotate. The first 3 quarters, the Warriors struggled. I think they were just in first, it was solved, but second, the Warriors just weren't up to playing incredible defense. I think the bad part for the Mavs is in the fourth quarter, the Warriors got a free practice. To me, they went into that fourth down 29 points, and it's like, this was an in-between game adjustment period for the Warriors in that fourth quarter, where they figured out, all right, we got to rotate that one guy back to the other corner and figure it out, and they did. They took a 29-point lead, turned it into just an 8-point lead with 3:23 left. So I think that's a bad sign for the Mavs going forward, that the Warriors kind of figured that part out going into Game 5. A good thing for the Warriors, they're going to make another gajillion dollars in gate money like they do in Golden State. They haven't lost a home game yet. But yeah, the Mavs got to be feeling good hitting all those threes around Luka Doncic. Luka didn't have an incredible game shooting the ball, although, he almost had a triple-double, 30, 14, and 9. But Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith, the big one for me, showing out there. So a good feeling for the Mavericks going into Game 5.
Yeah, Mavs hit 20 three-pointers, Trey, and you keep bringing that up throughout the playoffs. Hey, you hit those threes, you probably win the game. They're 7-3 in the playoffs when they make more than 15 threes. So that obviously helped. Bullock hitting 6, and Dorian Finney-Smith hitting some. Maxi Kleba hitting some.
He's back, baby.
Yeah, he hit a couple, which was big. Hit a couple before halftime, too. But yeah, what are your takeaways from this game last night?
Yeah, there were two keys to me to the Mavs winning this. Number one is the three-point makes, 20 for 43, like you're saying, but 19 through 36 through the first 3 quarters. The real portion of the game, at least from the Mavericks' perspective. They definitely, I feel like, felt like they were home. Like, let's just get through these last 12 minutes here. But 6 from Bullock, 4 from Dorian Finney-Smith, and 2 from Cleveland, like you're saying. If you're able to get 12 threes from your shooters, just straight-up shooters out there, that definitely helps. But more important was the dribble penetration. The Mavs were in the lane all night, and that was a huge change, especially from the shooters. Like, I'm not surprised when Doncic is in the lane. I'm not surprised when Dinwiddie or Brunson is in the lane. They're kind of dynamic players, but I thought there was definitely a change from the Mavs in attacking closeouts. Like, it wasn't just going to be Dorian Finney-Smith. You're only shooting threes out there. Kleba, you're only shooting threes out there. Even Davis Bertans put the ball on the floor, got another dunk again, though he did break his streak of not missing a 2-pointer.
Yes.
That being said, they were just attacking the closeouts, and it made the Mavericks a little bit more unpredictable. And then Luka was great, just getting in the lane every single time, dishing out to shooters. I thought they had a really smart game plan for how they were going to attack the zone and for how they were going to attack man. And it basically came down to both times, like, find the seam and get inside. Good things are going to happen when we get inside. So great stuff from the Mavs to be able to bounce back and maybe gentlemen sweep this kind of thing or get a little bit of momentum heading to Golden State.
They're not an easy team to put away. They've proven that. Luka and the Mavs are now 3-0 in must-win games in the postseason, so they have that ability to stay alive here. And Doncic is averaging 36.6 points in elimination games, which is the highest scoring average in such situations in league history. Back to the zone, though, because that's something I've been talking about a lot. Like, how are they going to figure this out? What are they going to do? And I just kept saying, usually when you try and break a zone, you put a guy in the middle, and that's where you operate. And I was like, who's going to do that on Dallas? If it's not really Luka, and you want him to have the ball, who the heck could play that role? But you brought it up, Tass. I know Anthony Slater at The Athletic has an awesome article up. Go to theathletic.com/nodunks of them not doing that to break that 3-2 zone, but like you said, Tass, to overload one side, then have the pick and roll action with Luka. And it's just basically, it's a bit of a math problem because it's like, there's only so many, because they're set up in a zone defense, and you put 4 guys basically on one side of the floor. It's like there's only like 3 guys over there to try and figure out who they're going to stop. Now you have to hit threes in that situation. Like there's going to be 3-point shots. But that was a cool little wrinkle from Kidd. In addition to them just hitting those shots this time.
I think that's the major adjustment.
Huge, because he had even talked about when they were seeing zones, like, we're getting shots.
They're getting wide open looks.
Yeah, we're just not knocking them down, and they started dropping here. But, they were maybe at least taking them with a little more confidence last night. And when you're down 3-0, I guess just let them fly.
Yeah, it's a 2-parter. I think they were feeling a little bit more free and easy, no more pressure. Down 3-0, I think, is a little bit part of it. I know it's simplistic to say, but a good point by Trey bringing up Dorian Finney-Smith. Like, these guys can dribble.
Yeah.
And they have the ability to put it on the floor. But I think you saw his entire package yesterday, partly because they're free and easy. There's no more pressure. Partly because the Warriors were half asleep a little bit. Mm-hmm. And you saw what happens. There was a little bit of breakdowns going on with the Golden State Warriors. So, yeah, the Mavs produced that a little bit, created that a little bit. I will say the Mavs have hit more threes in all 4 of these games, though. And, they're still 1 and 3, +1, +7, +2, and +10. And the Warriors got to do a better job of defending it, and I think they will next game, unfortunately.
This is a gentleman's sweep. Top hats out. Put your monocles on.
Yeah, Trey brings up, sometimes it is just hitting shots. In Game 2, they should have won that game. Game 4, obviously, they do win that game when they're +7 and +10 because, the Warriors were a little bit more ready in Game 2 to combat it and to play a little harder, whatever the frickin' phrase is. I don't know if we're oversimplifying it by saying they just hit more shots, but Yeah, that happened as
Yeah.
well.
Well, look, we know no team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit in a 7-game series. Only something like 3 of the 146 teams that have fallen in that deep of hole have even forced a Game 7. But the Mavs got work to do here, Trey. Is there honestly, is there any chance that they could get this back to Dallas? Like, is it that far-fetched? The way they can catch fire from 3, is that get them back there for a Game 6?
I think it's certainly possible, and I think we can see an even better Doncic game. Like, I think he's been playing really, really well, and I think that he's kind of been super consistent for the Mavs the way everybody thought he would going into this series, but he can also reach another level. And if the Mavs are able to take anything from this game and a little bit of confidence going forward, a guy like Kleba actually getting on track, like Bullock has had a really solid series. He just had a pretty bad Game 3, could not make a shot.
Yeah.
So he's been consistent throughout, and so yeah, I mean, as long as they're able to get shooting from their shooters, like that's why they're out there. Finney-Smith is there to play defense as well. Bullock plays defense. Kleba does his part, but they need to make threes. Otherwise, they're just defenders out there, and the Mavs are an offense-first team. So you're getting pretty solid performances from your main scorers when they hit. This is a pretty even-looking series because I felt like the Warriors couldn't really guard the Mavericks at all when the Warriors went to their small lineup. Like, Looney was finally ineffective last night, and I thought that was pretty interesting to see, especially once you get to the fourth quarter. You know, the Warriors subs brought the team back. I personally would have continued to roll with them in a 3-0 scenario. Nonetheless, the starters come back, but Bjelica stayed out there. I thought that was interesting that he was the one deep bench guy who stuck around with the starters. You have to think maybe he's going to get some run in Game 5 if Otto Porter is not able to go once again.
Yeah. Did you think they were going to pull it off, in all honesty, watching the game last night? Or was it too deep a hole there, 29 down, even though they got it to 8?
I don't know. I was confused. I was very confused as to what was happening out there until Anthony Slater broke it down on The Athletic, and I can understand. Yeah, that's how they fixed it real quick. I loved watching the Warriors' young players. It is kind of fun watching them in a very high-stakes situation, and how they've taken, you know, their oldies and they're trying to bridge the gap, which is always fun for me. A dynasty, a team that's won a championship, you know, like our Raptors, they're trying to bridge from the olds to the news, and Jonathan Kuminga out there looked like he could play in these series for a long time. You know, there were some hiccups there, but he's playing alongside Moses Moody, and yeah, they seem wise beyond their years, and I think it's the Warrior system and how they groom these guys to be fantastic. So I don't know. I think they needed a little bit more, you know, Otto Porter-ish out there. They needed one of those guys out there, and that would help. Gary Payton II is also out. They've got good problems there on the Warriors side. It seemed like they learn real quick. So I think Game 5 will be a bit of a different story. But yeah, I think when you look at the numbers and now that the Mavericks have hit +1, +7, +2, +10. 3 sometimes don't go in, and I think you can expect it to be a lot closer in Game 5.
Back to the rain delay. Let's say you got a leak like that happening. Are you guys putting down a bunch of towels, or are you trying to get a bucket out there? Because it was coming down pretty good over by the Warriors bench. And I know there was a second one that was happening on the other side of the floor there.
Oh, was there? I didn't know
that.
My favorite part was when, I forget who said, "I'm trying to see the leak. Can you see it?" And Harlan's like, "You can't see it!"
Yeah.
I don't know what the best move is there. They went through the towels pretty fast, though.
Oh, yeah.
I think they thought, like, oh, we'll just put a couple of down. We'll get running back out here. And then suddenly they had, like, 1,000 towels down on the ground really quickly.
It appears the fix is like to do some sort of like catch-all thing up in the rafters.
Beer bong on the bottom of it.
Exactly.
Did you think that was something that they just had? Like they just had it there, or they built it like MacGyver style?
Well, this is the second delay this season. They had a rain delay at this arena back in March when it was like a heavy downpour outside. So maybe they, I think they needed something like that. Yeah. They're like, we got to get creative. This happens again here. We're not fixing the whole roof, in time for the playoffs. So they came up with this contraption. Is my idea.
I love the shot of Cuban just steaming. Mark Cuban,
he was
pissed courtside. It was very funny. Yeah, it's kind of lucky they had a trial run 2 months ago for this. I think that was part of what the workers were up there real fast. They're all roped up.
Yep.
They had their harnesses pretty freaking quick. I would think that this would be longer than 16 minutes. You know, that was kind of pouring.
That's exactly right. It was almost like Yeah, that's almost more than a leak.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking of Lee Ellis in his attic looking for leaks anytime it rains here in Atlanta is where I went to. But
I was thinking, like, how are they going to fix this? Because I'm with you. It looked like
It
a
was
lot of water was coming
coming
down. And if it's in the roof, like, I don't know. We've only been up in the rafters one time ever. And it doesn't feel like you can reach the actual roof.
No.
I'm like, what do they get? Like a spray caulk or something like that?
yeah, Flex Seal or something.
Yeah,
Or that guy named Phil
slap
just
it up
slap
there.
it up there.
I also liked the inside tracks where you could hear Jason Kidd say, "We made it rain in the first half." Oh! He gave himself an O.
Well,
That
none
was
of us predicted that this would be the measure Kid would go to.
Yeah, that's
Remember,
a great call.
he's had guys bump into him and spill drinks. We had the theory that maybe he was a part of the vendor bender, as Lee called it. I mean, who's to say Kid didn't drill that hole to like somehow give his team a longer rest during
If we're up big at half, let the rain down.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
been.
Well, the TNT crew kept saying that, Kenny Smith especially saying, I've been in 3 rain delays. The team that suffers is the team that's up. So I don't know if Kid would have done that. And
That's
according
true.
to Kenny,
Wow.
he wouldn't have.
He
Because
was right. That's pretty.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of.
But yeah, they obviously came through. Yeah, it's just the tarps. Nice moves by the tarp.
Really
It's all tarps.
Good
Really
tarp
nice
moves.
move.
Yeah.
Another random thing in this game was a Ledgie.
Good one.
Yes, an incredible Ledgie
Incredible
from
Ledgie.
Draymond Green on the free throw attempt. Everybody, I just enjoyed how everybody was loving it. You know, the broadcasters, the fans, and the players. I mean, Luka and Green were loving it. Like, wow, this is incredible. And yes, that is a Ledgie when the ball stalls on the back of the rim. I saw some people incorrectly calling it a pigeon. No, that's when it's way up top. And some were like,
confusing,
where does
I
this
get
fall
it.
in the wedgie sort of universe? It's its own thing, and it's even obviously it's much more rare than a wedgie. How many Ledgies have we had in the entirety of our show run where we at least track wedgies?
Not every year. I don't
3
think.
total?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Not many.
maybe 2. I don't know.
But counted as a miss. I thought that's interesting.
Well, it didn't go through the hoop.
It didn't go through the hoop, but they replay a wedgie, they throw it up again. Why can't he shoot it again?
Interesting. Oh, interesting. You think it's almost one of the,
Yeah, it's a gray area.
almost like
obviously,
a foul ball, I guess.
obviously, if the ball bounces over the backboard on a shot, it's a miss.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to call this. I don't know how to referee this.
I
one.
think they should be allowed. You get your tallest guys out there, your guys that can jump the highest, and they should have like a quick Gerald Green cupcake blow off here, where they have to see who's got the hops, and
good one.
just fight it back and forth like a little game within a game.
Maybe we will eventually go to the FIBA rules where, you can make contact with the ball when it's on there. Just play it.
Right.
Yeah,
Sure.
Was it his first
I think
free
so.
throw? Yeah, I
Was
think
it?
so
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
That was a good one, though. People were saying the best Ledgie of all time.
Sure.
Sure.
Western Conference Finals. A lot of eyeballs.
Can't
Hall of
dispute
Fame
that.
player.
People were excited.
Yeah, but it's nice when it stops and we all watch. We all look Draymond Green laughing. You don't see him smiling too much. Looking up at the ball. Same thing happened with Steph and Luka looking up at the tarps. Love those shots. Love those shots.
Oh, the other great shot in this game was Luka's horse shot, trick shot, where he, a dead ball situation. Whistle's been called. He just throws it. I don't know. Felt like 100 feet in the air, and it bounces, and then pops in or like rattles around and drops in. And it was great. Reggie was good on that. He saw it because they didn't really have the cameras like seeing the actual shot go in, but you could hear the crowd react. You're like, holy crap, that went in. And Reggie was all over it. And then the guys and gals in the truck racked it up from the far camera, and you got to actually see it go in.
I loved Reggie's call on it too. What a trick shot. Nobody's got better trick shots than NBA players.
Yeah, well, he's right.
I guess, because that's
he's definitely
their
right.
job, I guess. But also, what about Dude Perfect, who's coming to perform here in Atlanta?
Damn, you think Dude Perfect has more NBA trick shots than an NBA professional player? I don't know.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Nah.
They're throwing it from across the arena. They're throwing it from that tarp spot and putting it in. They're better. That's what they do.
They should do a tarp shot.
Tarp shot.
Off the tarp, off the ground, nothing but net.
No, nothing but Ledgie.
Oh, nothing but ledge.
Good luck with that. Back to Reggie on the Ledgie call. I love he's like, I think Harlan sort of steps in. He's like, you could take that shot 1,000 times. Reggie's go, more than 1,000 times. He was adamant that it's very rare. And he was right.
Oh, man, yeah.
Reggie was fired up
More
last
than
night.
1,000.
Now I want to go see Dude Perfect here in Atlanta because you're right. They're they're going to capitalize.
Yeah,
on,
they got to.
on what's going on in,
How
in
does
the
Dude
basketball.
Perfect honestly put on a live show? Like,
They're
because
that good.
are they? Like, that's incredible. Because I don't know what they're doing.
We gotta
but
go and
a lot
see
of
it,
these,
man.
I assume they're not hitting on the first go. It's like a dunk contest gone wrong. It's like, how many Birdman
Yeah, how many
dunks do we have
chucks
to
are we
see
getting
this?
here?
Maybe they've got.
I think they have a lot of like video packages. And, like, they're celebrities in that world. I mean,
Sure.
But they must do. You're right. They must attempt some live
I hope so.
tricks.
Yeah, I hope so. Maybe they have those.
But
like,
the dudes aren't perfect. I think when you're seeing them live, is what I'm getting at. That's all I'm
The
saying.
jokers are impractical. Everything they're doing, it doesn't make sense. You could get it done way easier.
yeah, I wonder if there's any little tricks, any little.
Oh, you're saying that
Well, I don't know.
cheating a little bit.
Maybe.
Magnetic rims.
Damn.
Like
Strings.
yeah, stuff like that. Like you know, when you look
have
at
dead backboards for sure, ball deflated a little bit. Seriously, you want to hit some more trick shots is what you do.
you like when you look at those plastic like teleprompters, like clear plastic things could be up there too. Like even ricocheting off those.
Jesus.
I know that might be a little too obvious, I guess. But I don't know. Obviously, they're like
Let's go see them.
let's go see.
We gotta
them.
see this operation.
They gotta have a Ledgie contest too. I like the blow versus blow idea, but I think people could just jump and hit their heads.
Which twin can blow harder in the Dude Perfect group?
I thought you were gonna say Caleb or Cody.
No.
How many?
I think there's twins in Dude Perfect. You don't know your dudes?
Don't know, dudes.
I think there are. Tell me in the stream team. There's definitely a pair of twins. Cody and no. Now you got me
Brody.
thinking.
Cody and
no,
Brody.
I forget what it is.
Let's challenge
There's
them.
tall guy. There's bald
Let's challenge
guy.
them. I bring this up because TNT challenged ESPN to a 4-on-4 game last night. Reggie Miller was going through the matchups.
That's how they were killing time.
Yeah, that was another part of the time-killing
Yep.
adventure was
good.
Reggie talking about Kevin Harlan posting up Mike Breen. I would love to see that.
Harlan's got him.
You think Harlan's got Breed?
Yeah.
I literally don't even know where to
a
start
tough
with
call.
that one. Yeah,
That's a tough call.
I just go age. I think Breen's older.
Breen is older, but I don't know. Breen's taller, maybe.
Yeah, I think Breen is
think.
taller, but I think Harlan's stronger. Who knows? Who knows?
All right.
Reggie does seem to be the advantage in that one. Like, tallest guy, also the best shooter. So I'm going with TNT in this matchup, personally.
Okay.
Oh, because they're running fives. It's
Nah, he said we could go 2-on-2, 3-on-3, or 4-on-4.
Oh, because he was playing with Stan Van and Ali.
Stan Van's got handles. We know that.
Right. I thought it was the Chuck and
No,
Kenny.
I'm taking TNT if it's the actual
Oh,
broadcast
Encore,
team. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Any other notes from the Mavericks extending this series? We've gone on a few tangents here.
I'll just say, do not go see Dude Perfect.
Why? Why?
They had a television show. I don't know if it's still on. Did you ever watch this?
No.
It was on CMT to start.
Oh yeah, country music channel or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Shout out to Michelle.
Michelle Anderson.
Yeah, didn't she work there? Yeah. Or that was a Canadian one.
That was Canadian. It still
anyway,
counts.
anyway.
It still counts. Anyways, I watched the first episode. Awful. Like,
It's their first episode.
Yeah, come on, give it a go, man.
What they do? Put a pelican on there?
this is what they
I
did.
guess their show's called Dude Perfect. You expect
It wasn't
to be
even.
pretty good.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. There were no trick shots. And I watched this thing for, I think it was an hour long. And they were like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get go-karts, and we're going to get these spongy, these archery things where you can shoot each other with arrows with like balls on the end. We're going to get that. We're going to race around in
Oh, so they're playing Mario Kart.
Mario Karts, but with bows.
Yeah.
And they brought in a country star, I believe. Hold on. What was his name? Damn it.
Do you know the country?
No.
Oh,
Here it is. Luke Bryan.
Oh, yeah. He's
That's a huge.
JD.
yeah.
You don't know shit about shit, man. You don't know about
I know
dudes,
about
you don't know
television, and
country
this was
music.
boring as shit. And then one of them was losing their minds about this celebrity coming.
Yeah, it's a big name.
Wow,
First
right.
show.
On CMT.
Oh,
They're
God.
playing to their audience.
Yeah.
Well, it moved to Nickelodeon, apparently, the show. Anyways,
Okay.
it was a brutal.
Yeah, you'd expect some, number one, some trick shots or something. But number
Yes.
two,
That's the number one thing I'm
number two
expecting.
is so different than a live show. It's obviously pre-recorded.
These guys are not charismatic. I'll say that.
Wow. Jeez.
I love Dude Perfect.
I think the
I've
one
watched.
guy is terribly charismatic. The main guy, beard guy.
Tyler?
No.
I'm
I don't
looking
know. Look at the
like
Wikipedia
3 of them
page.
have
guy
beards.
They've got a Kobe,
It's the
a
guy that talks
Corey,
the
and a
most.
Cody.
Oh yeah. So Kobe and Cody are the twins.
Kobe and Corey are the twins. Cody just likes the name.
Cody's tall guy.
I don't know who they are.
But I've seen a little bit of it. And then Tyler, you're right.
the
Tyler's the guy
names.
that talks a lot. He's the charismatic one. All right, JD disagrees. Okay.
Anyway, whatever.
Let's go see him.
You know what? Waste your money. Waste your money. Go enjoy it.
I'd love to battle them in a little game of horse or something, though. Sure. We got some trick shots. What's your Trey? What's your go-to trick shot?
Mine is the Luka. I like to chuck it up high in the
do?
air, bouncing it off the ground.
Did you ever hit it?
I don't know if I've made it yet in Georgia. I've made it in Illinois and Ontario, but I'm not sure if I've made it in Georgia.
I remember
yet.
you used to try when we were at
not
the
gonna
starters
stop.
basketball court all the time. I don't ever remember seeing it drop. All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll get into the All-NBA teams, talk about a few of the surprises, maybe some snubs, and then we'll look ahead to Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. The pivotal Game 5. Don't go anywhere. Okay, you guys know I'm running a marathon in about 3 weeks out in Washington State. You know this because I never stop talking about it or tweeting about it or Instagramming about it. It is what it is. But the goal I have myself this year is to qualify once again for Boston, and I will be doing that with the help of my favorite hydration product, Liquid IV. Love this stuff, and it works. 1 stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone. And Liquid IV has incredible hydration flavors like watermelon, lemon lime, strawberry, pina colada, and more. That more actually contains my favorite flavor, grape. Oh,
Grape. Huh?
Liquid IV grape. Delicious. I've almost reached the point where I don't like to drink water without a little Liquid IV in it, and I think that's maybe not great because it's that good. The product is too good. It contains 5 essential vitamins, B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C. It's made with premium ingredients and has 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks. That's why I love it for running. What makes Liquid IV so effective? Well, they tell me it's the science of cellular transport technology. CTT.
CTT.
That's right, they trademarked that too. Designed to enhance rapid absorption of water and other key ingredients into the bloodstream. Gets in me faster. So grab Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code NODUNKS at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you use the promo code NODUNKS at liquidiv.com. Experience better hydration today at liquidiv.com. Promo code NODUNKS.
There are so many factors that play into not only what kind of insurance we need, but what it will cost us, especially since insurance prices are on the rise. Now is the time to make sure you have the best insurance plans for your needs. Luckily for us, our friends at the Zebra will do the research for you and could save you over $900 a year doing it. The Zebra compares car and home quotes from every major insurance company side by side, giving you all the facts you need to make the right decision. They make the overly complicated task of securing coverage hassle-free. So no matter who you are or what you drive, the Zebra can find a policy that fits your specific needs. Because I know when it comes to insurance, whether it's a house or a car, you got to sort through all sorts of policies and different descriptions and different ideas. Well, the Zebra makes that decision easier for you. Compare and save in minutes. Show your support for the show by going to this special URL, thezebra.com/nodunks, and get your free quote today. That's THEZEBRA.com/nodunks.
There's no better feeling for a podcaster than opening up some ad copy and realizing, I already own this product. I own it. I don't have to read up on it, get to know it. No, I already have Everyman Jack body wash in my shower. I smell like sandalwood every single day because Everyman Jack scents are inspired by the outdoors. Everyman Jack put that experience in a bottle. I don't know why I made that sound effect.
Bottle sound.
Yeah, liquid going into a bottle. That's a hard sound to replicate, and I'm not sure why I took that chance, but here we are. Their men's care products feature naturally derived ingredients, outdoor-inspired scents, and responsible packaging. I'm already using sandalwood, but now I have the sea salt body wash, eucalyptus mint body wash to try. Haven't tried them because I only use one body wash at a time. I don't put multiple in there, finish one.
Same here.
But I did put on the sandalwood deodorant today from Everyman Jack.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Wow.
Yes!
Not bad at all.
The Everyman Jack has every product you need, from body wash, deodorant, and skincare products to shampoos, balms, and oils to tame and nourish your hair and beard. Everyman Jack Men's Care, naturally derived, outdoor inspired. Look for them at Target, Walmart, Amazon, or everymanjack.com.
All right, back here in the Classic Factory. Thanks to everybody who went and grabbed a No Dunks jersey already. We're trying to figure out whether they're sold out already, mere 40 minutes after they went live. So thank you.
That's one benefit of being on the stream team versus the follow-through crew.
Ooh, nice one.
Well, you got to follow us on social media, too.
Right.
Yeah.
There were a couple suggestions for the follow-through crew, that being the people that listen to the podcast afterwards. So
Or watch later, I guess.
Yeah.
or watch later. That's true. There was a couple out there.
I said follow-up family yesterday, but follow-through crew is
That's
pretty
right.
solid.
That's what you
Yeah,
changed.
it rhymes.
Well, shout out to all our dudes out there. Tyler, Garrett, Kobe, Corey, Cody. All the dudes that are perfect in our eyes. We got all NBA teams to discuss. Let's do it. 21-22 all NBA teams announced yesterday.
You were waiting for this moment, Skeets.
I was?
Yeah. You said a couple times, are we getting the all NBA teams today?
I mean, I straight up called it yesterday. What a call by me. Here they are. Giannis, Devin Booker, Luka, Jokic, and Tatum. I'm just reading them how they are on the graphic. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to that, but that's the all-NBA first team, okay? Giannis, Luka, Jokic, Booker, and Tatum. As I say them in a different order this time. Okay, all NBA second team.
just freestyle.
Well, I have them written down in one order, and then they're completely different on the graphic. Okay, yes, I know who these guys are. I'll just read them on the graphic. All NBA second team is Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan there of the Chicago Bulls as a forward. Take note of that. Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, yes, a center on the second team, and then Ja Morant. And then your all NBA third team is composed of a guy named LeBron James, I believe his 18th all-NBA team. 18th! Crazy. Chris Paul, Pascal Siakam. Yeah, buddy! Homer, where's Lily? And then we got Karl Anthony Towns and Trey Young. So here's the voting breakdown just really quickly, if you like to look at numbers. Giannis, the only player to receive all-NBA first-team votes on all 100 ballots, earning his fourth consecutive selection to the first team and sixth all-NBA honor overall for the Greek Freak there. So, that's a question we always ask here, isn't it, Trey? Biggest surprise or snub when it comes to these all-NBA teams? What do you think?
Overall, I think the teams are great. I think there's kind of like 13 locks and a couple you could kind of go either way there on the third team. It seemed to me that that's kind of the consensus first team, so not a super surprise with the 5 up there. I was surprised, though, that DeRozan was on the second team over LeBron, but I guess that's because he qualified as a forward despite being a guard at All-Star break. But I thought that was a nice little touch to see all of the basically players who were the leader for the MVP voting at some point during this season made it on the first or second team.
Yeah.
I had Donovan Mitchell as my last guard on the third team. Trey Young is a solid choice as well. The big story will probably be Embiid making the second team as a center. I'm curious to see the final breakdown because Jokic got 88 first team votes. Embiid got 57 first team votes. That's 145 first team votes, and there's only 100 voters. So 45 people tried the two centers approach.
Right.
I'm curious to see how that actually broke down. But the biggest surprise, biggest snub, I think, is Jimmy Butler. And I think it's more along the lines of the Miami Heat are a snub. As the number one seed in the Eastern Conference, to not have a player on any of these All-NBA teams, it's certainly a surprise. Butler was the first forward out. After Siakam there. He only played 57 games. Bam played 56 games. So that's the reasoning. But it is still weird to see a number one seed with no All-NBA players.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally agree. Jimmy was the one who stuck out. And we're doing it retroactively, so I think where we are right now, that they're still alive in the conference finals, is definitely part of it. That's the one that stands out. But Butler, he missed a lot of time. I look back to when we made these decisions. Butler was also my first snub, partly because, he was at that time, he was in the 50s of games played, and who I was debating him between were the other forwards, mostly on games played as well. Durant and LeBron also in the 50s. And do you take him over those two? I say nay. As much as, LeBron was on a team that didn't make the postseason. got to keep him on those All-NBA teams. 18 of 19 years, still kicking it, which is pretty impressive. So I think they're great. Mainly because I had the exact same teams. I don't think I've ever done this before, where I had the same teams, and so I'm happy with what happened here. I was influenced, I think, when we were picking them, that Booker made it over Steph. That was one for me that I probably wouldn't have done, depending on the records for the team was huge for me in that decision. But anyway, 15. I just couldn't put Jokic and Embiid on the first team. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. In the end, people for
even
the most
though
part,
even though they're two of the best five.
Yeah, I mean, he's the MVP runner-up. Yes, but that's okay. They play the same position. And, I won't even go into my whole thing that it doesn't even matter in the end. They're on the All-NBA team. Congratulations. But some money. Let's talk this real quick because this is interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Booker and Towns both making the All-NBA teams. They are now both eligible to sign a 4-year, $211 million Supermax extension this summer. That would begin in 24-25. The extensions would start at $47 million that season and top out around $58.4 million in 27-28. These numbers just start to get more and more insane as they go up here. And then Trey Young, his selection to the third team, triggered a clause in the designated rookie maximum extension he signed last summer that increases his projected salary from $172.5 million to $207 million over the next 5 seasons. So he just got what's that?
$30 million raise?
Yeah, easily. 35 basically, which is not bad in getting on that third team. So this is the crazy part, that these all NBA votes, they matter. When it comes to the paychecks of some of these players, which, I mean, you could argue is sort of insane, that it's in the hands of 100 people, some who probably don't even watch all that much basketball, but he's happy because he's getting another $35 million. Maybe the Hawks aren't as happy as much because it changes their books a little bit.
I suppose, yeah. But I believe in Trey he's going to take this first-round beatdown that he got from the Miami Heat and learn from it real quick. He's one of those that's going to get better. And many people complained that he wasn't even higher. He was the first player in a very long time that had led the league in points and assists. What was that stat? What's the stat? The points and is the Tiny Archibald?
It's tiny
total.
Yeah,
total points and assists. Yeah,
that's
sure.
right.
Anyway, he was incredible. I think he's going to learn from that Miami Heat defense and the way they collapsed on him. So the Hawks might be a little upset, but I don't know. They know they got a great one, so I think they're fine with it at the same time.
Other snubs. You said Jimmy Butler. You said Bam even. Yeah, not having a Heat on one of these teams is maybe upsetting to some. Donovan Mitchell. I think, Trey, you slipped him in there. You said he was in the mix for you. The guy had 26 points per game. I mean, he had a really good season. DeJounte Murray on a Spurs team that obviously wasn't as high in the standings as some teams. Not that stopped from LeBron getting on there, but 21, 9, and 8 from this guy. I had him on my 4th All-NBA team. Highly recommend you go check out that video where I did my 10 All-NBA teams like a real sicko. I think DeJounte Murray was on my 4th team. And then maybe, are there still fans of Rudy Gobert out there when it comes to the center position? I feel like he was on most people's 4th team as well. Like it felt
he
like
beat
Cat.
Bam.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Bam is one of those forward center guys, but Rudy doesn't make it. So I think it's really cool when you look at this team, though. It's like what the Warriors are doing in real life, Tass. You still have these legends holding on to some of the spots, LeBron, Chris Paul, players like that. But then we have have some first timers in Booker and John Morant and Trey Young, and even just second timers that haven't been around a whole lot. We have a lot of youth. I guess the first team is comprised entirely of players younger than 28 years old. All 27 or younger, which is the first time since like the 50s or something like that. So that's sort of neat that the league looks in good hands is what I'm getting at. I love to say that. So much young talent in this league.
Not since the days of Harry the Horse Gallatin have we seen a first team this young.
Is that true?
I don't know. But I will say DeJounte Murray has to be snub of the year. He was snubbed for the All-Star game, eventually added as an injury replacement, snubbed for all-defensive team despite leading the league in steals, and then one of the first guys out here on the All-NBA ballot. Snub of the year. I don't know if that's something you want to win, but let's raise the
Well, yeah, what would a snub of the year trophy look like? What would it be? illustrates a snub. It's tough.
It's a good question. You got to give it to somebody else. Like, if you were winning snub of the year, I would present it to Tass to hand to you.
Oh, damn.
Good one.
Congratulations, Skeets.
I kind of think of a nose turned up, like a face
Oh, okay.
looking
Yeah.
up, like I think
Snubbing my nose. Yeah.
yeah. That's mine.
That's good. So a real my buddy Grish knows.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can see it from a mile away. So you
an apparent
it
nose.
could be up in the rafters in an arena, and you, if you're on the broadcast, you can see it up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool that DeMar DeRozan's back, baby.
DeRozan is we had a lot of debate about guard, forward, second, third team. Does he somehow not make it? And in the end, Trey he's there on the second team as a forward, above, like you said, LeBron, which is maybe shocking to some out there.
Yeah, that was definitely a surprise to me that he made it ahead of LeBron. I thought LeBron would just get one of the best players in the league sort of nomination over DeRozan, but we also, I remember saying back when we were doing our all-NBA teams, DeRozan was a guard, but your team will look a lot better if you have him as a forward, because there are more deserving guards than there are deserving forwards.
That's right.
So it's smart to put him at forward here.
Well done. Well done. All right, let's hear from everybody in the stream team. Everybody watching, listening later. You can tweet at us at NoDunksInc or jump in the comments. Thoughts on the All-NBA teams, biggest snubs. Are you upset that Embiid is not on the first team? All this good stuff that everybody gets all worked up about. Yeah.
Just to add in a name to the people that are listening later on the podcast.
Yes.
The follow-up family, the follow-through crew, and now the pod mob.
Pod mob. Okay.
Not bad.
It's not bad. Anyway, just going to throw
Pod
out...
squad.
Pod squad, yeah. Okay. We got 4 options.
Write it down. Okay, let's talk about the Eastern Conference Finals. Pivotal Game 5 tonight. Though Zach Lowe wrote today, I saw, quote, "This topsy-turvy, injury-riddled series between the Celtics and Heat has been so strange that the magnitude of tonight's Game 5 in Miami almost sneaks up on you."
Totally.
100% agree with Zach. He also went on to say, it almost feels as if this real series hasn't started. And yet one team tonight will give itself 2 chances to win 1 game to advance to the NBA Finals. Again, 100% co-sign on what Zach Lowe is writing there on ESPN. It sounds like you guys agree too, nodding away. But here we are. It is pivotal.
Is it? That's the thing, though. By definition, it is a pivotal game.
It has to be.
2-2, Game 5. But I'm with Zach. It doesn't feel
Doesn't
pivotal.
feel like it, yeah.
Because it feels like tip-off. It feels like we're like, ooh, let's see this brand new series. Because that's what it has been every single game, pretty much.
Well, what are you watching for, Tass?
I think the players will feel like it's pivotal.
Yeah.
They're going to be on the floor. Trey mentioned that after Game 3, we should expect a Game 4 where there's going to be, it's going to be hard to count how many bodies are going to be on the floor. Didn't happen. The Heat weren't ready. But I think tonight there'll be bods on the floor like there were in Game 3. Teams really, really scrapping. The Heat didn't have that intensity in Game 4. It'll happen in Game 5. They'll both be ready. Obviously, the big questions are the injuries on both sides.
Jeez.
I got to believe Jimmy is going to lead a fairly healthy Heat team out there. I think he will be ready. If he was that injured, I don't think he would have played in Game 4, and especially considering that they were up 2-1 in the series going into that one. So I got to believe Jimmy's going to have a big game, and Tyler Hero says he's going to play. So I think they've got most of their firepower ready to go for this game.
What about the Celtics with Marcus Smart
Big
and
worry.
the Time Lord? It's all. I feel like everybody on this going into this game feels like questionable.
Yeah.
It's like wait and see as they warm up and get ready and how they're feeling and stuff.
I'm like, I know we're going to have Bam and Al Horford out there.
Yeah.
that's like lock it
that
in.
in.
Everything else, we shall see exactly who's out there. But yeah, we got to see the Bam domination mindset again. The Celtics got away with playing Peyton Pritchard quite a few minutes in Game 4.
He was good.
Yeah, he was good, but also Bam needs to make the Celtics pay for playing Pritchard on him. There were too many times when Bam would be rolling to get the ball, they would have Pritchard, and they do a quick switch. They do a quick scram switch, if you will. Subscribe to No Dunks, or subscribe to The Athletic at theathletic.com/NoDunks. You can learn all about it there. But basically, Bam needs to dominate. Bam needs to get to the rim. Bam needs to not be scared if Al Horford's guarding him and Robert Williams happens to be there. You got to go through and try and draw some fouls. That's the other thing. Jimmy Butler, hopefully he's healthy enough to be getting in the rim and controlling the pace of things, because too many floaters, I think, in Game 4 for the Heat, which is another huge chunk of the reason they didn't take any sort of free throws. So the Heat just have to be a little bit more intense and a little bit more determined to be getting the ball to the rim rather than to 8 to 10 feet.
Something to watch for in this game is Celtics turnovers, because that's been a story here in this series. The Heat just can't score all that well in a half-court setting. I mean, the Celtics defense is elite. The Heat can struggle at times there. So how do they score otherwise? Well, they get some transition points, and they have won when they force turnovers to ignite that transition game. Boston has 39 turnovers in Miami's 2 wins, and they only have 18 turnovers in Boston's 2 victories. So taking care of the ball, obviously that starts with Tatum and Brown, because that's who's going to have the ball the most. And we saw the pressure that the Heat put on them at times, but they were just sloppy with it. Bad passes, poor dribbling. So watch that, because Miami needs all those sort of like free points, I call them, the transition points that they can get to get the lead. Hopefully we just get a close game here, though, because every game this series has been, at some point there's just a massive run, be it in the first quarter or in the third quarter, whenever, and it's like a 25-point lead. And at times, the Celtics did come back in that one and made it a little interesting, but usually it's sort of over after that.
Yeah, can't wait to see what Heat we get right out the gate, because they could turn over the Celtics a lot, especially if Marcus Smart's not out there. I know it's really important that Tatum and Brown are on the floor and taking care of the ball, but I'm a little worried for the Celtics, because you got a good Derek White game in Game 4. If Marcus Smart isn't there, I just don't know if you get good back-to-back Derek White games.
He's inconsistent at times.
Yeah,
but you'll know right away, so that's the one good thing.
Yeah, he had a solid game, and everyone was solid around him. Marcus Smart, this is really important to me in this one. I don't want to put it on a guy playing or not, but yeah, that's important, I think. Can't wait.
So you were questioning whether or not this 2-2 Game 5 is pivotal. So I guess you think, even if you lose tonight, you could still win this series. Is that fair to say?
This one, it feels like, is
Right.
true. I guess if you're the Heat, it's more of a must-win. I think this is a must-win for the Heat, though maybe not pivotal, because you don't want to be down 3-2 going back to Beantown. But it also feels like the Heat could win in Boston very easily by 30 points or by 1 point. Who knows? So it feels like this series is just getting started. I think part of that is that the lineups have been different for every single game.
Yeah.
So you don't really know how to brainstorm adjustments that a coach can make, because you don't even know what personnel is going to be there. So just a very disjointed series. Hopefully we get at least a little bit of a close one. I was so happy last night when it was like a 10-point game at halftime. I was like, oh, yes. It did end up getting to blowout status, of course, but second half, that's fine.
You just want it, at least for the first 24
Stay
minutes, somewhat interesting.
For 30 minutes, at least into the third quarter.
Yeah, and it's different when it's a 25-point blowout at half and then it gets to 8, like this series has.
What are you going to do tonight with Survivor finale on? That's like 3 hours of television and a basketball
Isn't
game.
it penultimate?
No, this is the finale tonight.
We watched
Tass.
the penultimate last
You sure
week.
did, Tass.
That didn't feel like the penultimate.
Oh, it's like this series, Tass.
Exactly. That wasn't the pivotal penultimate.
Yeah, no, tonight, Survivor finale, you got 3 hours. 3 hours when you include the, they do the reunion there, right on the island, on location.
I love that.
You got a plan tonight, TK. Heading in. What are you doing?
It through. So we'll be going to reunion. It seems like around 10 o'clock, probably.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit after, but yeah.
Yeah. So I'll probably dip out after they announce the winner.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch. Survivor finale. Gotta watch it live.
Yeah.
I'll have the Beantown boys on this here laptop.
Okay.
And then as soon as Jeff reads that Lindsay has won Survivor, I'll switch it.
Oh wow, he's calling it.
That's not going to happen until halfway through the reunion, though. That's what happened last time. It was deep into that reunion.
It was
Deep in the
deep.
queue, so you're talking 10:30.
Probably 10:20.
Okay.
But still.
10:20, the pizza party starts.
That's right.
I cannot wait to see Jonathan crushing Za tonight. I'm ordering a pizza now that you mentioned that.
Oh, I crushed us all last night. I should have saved it for tonight. I'm an idiot.
The guy who hurt his shoulder. What's his
Daniel.
name? He's going to be eating pizza, too. I'm going to be drinking.
He's not going to be there.
Now they're bringing it back.
because
He loves
he's not
it.
on the
He's
jury.
long gone, man.
Yeah, right. I'm definitely going to be drinking champagne along with them.
Nice.
Remember when they drink champagne and then they yell at the crew, fill this up, fill it up.
Probes, anybody need champagne? Anybody need more pizza? Anybody need
this.
Okay, yeah. Decisions to be made tonight, how you're going to tackle this. I think I like what you're saying. You know, you just save the reunion part till much later.
Sure.
Like either in the morning or something like that. But it depends how close this game is here too. The way these have been going, you might be like, oh, it's over at the half. They're up 35. Great. Let's watch Survivor. We'll find out. Okay, let's take our final break though. When we come back, JD has got tweet of the night, so don't go anywhere.
If you're anything like No Dunks, then you like sports and you don't care who knows.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a sports liker like us, then you've got to check out The Lead. The Lead is a sports podcast from Wondery that brings you the most important and interesting stories from the world of sports. With so much news from both college and the pros, from football to basketball, and more, hosts Anders Kelto and Tiffany Oshinsky cut through the noise and tell you the most important stories that you need to hear. When a team wins a championship, The Lead has the story from the locker room. When a key trade goes down, The Lead delivers the behind-the-scenes details. How might Brittany Griner get out of Russia? Who were the 2 surprise winners of the NFL draft? How did Ime Udoka become the Can Man? And what is the Can Man? The Lead covers the big stories, the small stories, and everything important in between. Make listening to The Lead a part of your daily routine, and you'll be in the know when it comes to the biggest moments in sports and culture. Listen to The Lead on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or you can listen ad-free by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app.
Hey, I find it difficult finding the motivation to work out. I do. I'd rather eat a deep-fried mushroom or an enchilada. Either, both, one in the other, anything. But when I want to get back on the wagon, I rely on my Peloton community. I love a workout buddy, and there are over 100 of you, No Dunks faithful, out there using the No Dunks hashtag on Peloton. I can check out any of the classes that you guys have done, see if it piques my interest, or I check out what my friend Chief Keith Robinson is doing on Peloton. You guys know Keith Robinson.
Definitely.
Let's see what workout he just did. Okay. Oh, he did a 10-minute core workout. I can do that. No equipment necessary, just the app, and it feels easy because I didn't have to look for it, just lose that barrier there, that bar. And it feels fresh because I've never seen it before, which is like most workouts on Peloton, because Peloton trainers are doing live sessions daily that get posted almost immediately. And there are all sorts of disciplines. It's easier to stick to your goals when you keep your workouts interesting, right? Peloton has a workout for every goal and mood. De-stress from a long day with 30 minutes of strength or 20 minutes of cardio, or do a quick 15-minute total body class before work. Stay motivated while having fun with bike workouts, yoga, meditation, dance, cardio, and more. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more. That's ONEPELOTON.com.
All right, back here with the boys. Someone in the stream team, Justin, said, the only ball podcast that discusses strategies to not having to watch the game. LOL. No, that's not it, Justin. We're just Survivor sickos. We have to watch the finale. Otherwise, you're going to get it spoiled.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It'd just be a matter of time, and I don't want that to happen. So it's just figuring out the balance.
I think it's more like we're figuring out how we are going to watch basketball.
Exactly.
Nice
Justin.
spin.
Come on, Justin.
You should be on Survivor. That was a nice spin. Right?
Actually, good. All right, let's get to tweet of the night.
Tweet of the night. Wow. Twitter.
JD, tweet of the night.
Yeah. I hate being on Twitter on the best of times, and yesterday was a terrible time to be on Twitter for obvious reasons, but there was one little nugget about, news about a franchise that we are very invested in here in the No Dunks Classic Factory. That, of course, is Fast and Furious. We have a limited series that's on hold at the moment because we're waiting anxiously for Fast X to come out. It doesn't come out till May 17th, May 19th, May of next year. So literally a year minus a week we're waiting for this movie. But we had some news, and we were talking about Dom's mother, who we assume is dead, right?
That's what I thought we
we don't know what's canon or what's not canon.
I don't know anymore.
And where there was actually, we think there are maybe several mothers, like one for John Cena and what was his sister's name again? Maya? No.
Mia.
That's it. Anyways, his grandmother got cast yesterday.
Oh, okay. His grandma's
Rita Moreno.
Oh, nice.
EGOT winner. Is joining the Fast and Furious franchise as Vin Diesel's grandmother. And I just love the quote in the article that came right out of the press release. Rita Moreno is ready to get fast and furious.
All right. That's it's the right spirit for these.
I'm actually excited for this.
Okay.
I think she's going to be great. She's awesome. And I was going to hit you with some really, really obscure trivia.
Okay.
Go nuts.
Some
You
Rita
want
Moreno
it?
trivia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple here. Okay, so EGOTs.
Oh, boy.
She won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. Can you tell me
Come on.
what she won for each?
No.
Nope. And
no.
Nothing. You're not
I'm
even.
gonna offer one guess here.
Yeah.
I looked at her Wikipedia page, and one of the first things mentioned in the first paragraph is West Side Story.
Yeah.
I'm guessing multiple wins for West Side Story.
Well, she won a best supporting actress.
Okay,
For
nice.
for an Oscar. That's where her Oscar.
That's her Oscar.
Congratulations.
So what year?
That would have been 60.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
long time ago. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you'll never get the rest of it, so let's just end it there.
Nice.
Okay, here's some trivia. A different trivia. Okay, I'll tell you anyways. She won a Tony for The Ritz,
Okay.
Best Featured Actress in a Play. She won her Grammy for the children's show The Electric Company. Remember that? Back in the 70s. Came on right after Sesame Street.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Definitely sounds familiar.
Yeah.
She won for Best Recording for Children. That's her Grammy.
Okay.
What am I missing? The Emmy.
Yeah.
This is interesting because I remember this episode. Outstanding.
She was on Dude Perfect's premiere.
Yeah, right.
She took down Luke Bryant in a game of Mario Kart. Real life Mario Kart. Okay, sorry.
She won for Outstanding Continuing or Single Performance by a Supporting Actress in a Variety or Musical for The Muppet Show. One guest performance appearance on the Muppet Show. Okay.
I
Second.
started rewatching The Muppet Show.
Why?
I don't know. It came. I think it went on one of the streaming services, and I was like, I love that show.
I love it too. Yeah, I loved it.
I stopped after
this
a
was
couple,
in prime time. That show. It's kind of racy too. Like
Yeah.
it's there's a lot of innuendo in
Yeah.
that show. 70s are great, guys. All right, here's another trivia question for you. There are 16 other EGOT winners. Can you name
boy.
3?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Just 3.
EGOT winners?
Did John Legend get there or no? He's not there yet.
John Legend is 1.
Hey!
Nice one.
Way to go.
Hercules. Jimmy Fox is not yet, I don't think.
No.
Okay.
Tracy Jordan?
No.
Okay.
2 more. Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, we can do this.
We can do
this.
EGOT.
This is
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
no.
No, Hugh Jackman?
No way.
Not Hugh Jackman.
Lynn's a good one.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No,
Did you say
not
that?
Lin-Manuel.
Is there like a current artist?
Gotta sing.
Like a female artist?
A female artist? No.
Oh, I thought
So
Lee's
there's a male artist.
What's her name? I can't.
John Legend is like
Lady
the
Gaga.
most
Lady
current
Gaga. I couldn't think of her
contemporary.
damn name.
Oh, Lady Gaga. That's a good guess, but no.
Oh.
This person is still working today. She's on daytime television.
Okay.
Ellen?
Barbara Walters did it.
Ellen.
She
Is she working? I don't
she
know.
won Best Supporting Actress.
Goldberg.
Whoopi
Nice.
Goldberg. Nice.
Yeah!
That's 2.
Come on.
All right. One more. You can do this. One is a comedy legend. Still alive. Extremely old. Older than dirt. Older than dirt.
Wow. So it's like
George Carlin.
no, he's
George Carlin is dead,
Yes,
but
yes.
this man is still
That's a good guess.
alive.
Still alive.
Comedy legend, silly, slapsticky type comedy.
Charlie, no, that's Wade.
Gallagher.
His
I can.
his Tony comes from a movie that was made in the 60s and was remade relatively recently for Broadway,
Oh, interesting.
starring, I believe, Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane.
Oh,
The Birdhouse.
No? You guys are bad at this.
this we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not up to date on my
I think
Tonys.
you're gonna say this name and I'm gonna be upset. Go ahead.
Yeah, you are going to be upset.
Yeah.
It's Mel Brooks.
Jesus.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not upset.
You should have. No. Well, you should have.
I would have never guessed he had a Grammy.
Yeah, just a comedy.
Comedy
album, probably.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, well, who was his partner? The 1,000-Year-Old Man. Remember that bit? No? Okay. Anyways,
All right. EGOT.
There's a bunch more, but
We're
you
not
struggled with
on
3,
those ones,
so
huh?
Yeah.
I was like, these guys might be able to get 5. Robert Lopez, anyone? He wrote Frozen, Book of Mormon,
Did he?
Wow.
like
No
the
clue on
music,
that.
co-wrote the music for.
Okay.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh, that
Tim
one
Rice.
forgotten.
That his Emmy was the same as John Legend, Jesus Christ Superstar. It was great. That was really good. Mike Nichols. Anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nichols.
Alan Menken, composer, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin.
I mean, how are we going to get that?
We
don't
need the
know.
performers.
Yeah.
You think Rita Moreno is going to sing in Fast
God,
10?
I hope so. But no. I mean,
Why not?
because,
That can be doing karaoke at a bar. She's got the pipes for it.
you know what? I mean, Vin Diesel, I feel like he won't allow it because he will not be upstaged.
Yeah.
That's a good
Wow.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've heard Vin sing. He's released a single as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
It's too late for Vin. She's upstaging him.
Oh,
She will.
I mean, I think you're right. I hope you're right.
She's ridiculously charismatic, right? She's also a voiceover artist, right?
Oh yeah, she's been working for. I don't think she's ever stopped working. Looking at her IMDb, but
All right. Fast 10.
She's gonna
Fast
bring in the
X.
kids. She's gonna bring in. She's good with the kids. The kids will be watching Fast and the Furious because of Rita Moreno.
you're right. Tess, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You shared
guys
this.
talking
You
about?
shared this tweet on Slack this morning,
Yeah.
JD. My 2-year-old saw it, and she said she saw Rita Moreno. She said, "Whoa, Tata!" That's what she calls her grandma. She thought that was her grandma.
yeah,
so she's
I can see that.
she's
Similarities,
very
actually.
lovable. Very lovable. She said, "Oh, Tata got a haircut," and I said, "Well, kinda."
Yeah. So looking forward to that a year from now. By the way, this Mission Impossible, I thought it was coming out this July. It's next July. It's over a year from now. What is going on
You can't
here?
drop these 13 months in advance or 14 months in advance. This is too soon.
Yeah, I agree. 6 months is too soon.
I did like your idea, though. I heard you guys say it on No Breaks. Should we do a Mission Impossible rewatch
Oh my God.
podcast series?
they're good. They're pretty solid.
They get better and better. Like you
Are
guys
they
pointed
too
out?
good though? Like, there's
They
not
might
a
be
lot
too
to
good.
complain
Yeah, we're just
about.
gonna be like, wow, what a great movie.
Yeah, I didn't like 2 actually,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I think 2 is the
it's the
worst
weakest
one as well.
one for
Yep.
sure.
Wow. I thought it was coming out this summer.
Yeah, I was like
Same.
pumped.
2? No, it's already out.
No. Whatever. What number are we at in Mission Impossible?
They've done 6. This will
Yeah.
be number 7.
And it's
a part 1.
Oh,
That's what
nice.
they do now.
It's a real Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly.
At least the next one comes out the following year, so that's something.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, let's wrap up this show. We got a fun few tangents on this one, haven't we? Send in your questions to nodunks@theathletic.com. Follow us on Twitter and on the Instagram and on the Facebook and on the TikTok at NoDunksInc. Get yourself an athletic subscription. Go to theathletic.com/nodunks. Told you a couple times on today's show to go get one of those so you can read some of these articles that we are addressing. Go to nodunks.com. We think there are a few jerseys still left. So go to nodunks.com for any and all of your No Dunks merch, including these jerseys that we dropped today from our friends at Breaking Tea. Trey's got the beautiful Nuggets. So, hey, attention to detail on this jersey. You notice that those buildings there in front of the mountains, those are factories. That's a classic factory or two there on Trey's chest. That's amazing. That's just nice. Attention to detail. And then, we got the Grizzlies one as well. I know you guys have been purchasing these throughout the show. We really, really thank you. But there are a few left if you haven't got one already. That's it for us. We will be back here tomorrow. Hopefully we get a great pivotal Game 5 tonight to talk about on tomorrow's show, 10 a.m. Eastern Live. We got Survivor on tonight.
Damn. Factory
You
smoky.
lied to me, by the way. You told me weeks ago, I remember on a particular show, this was the last time I'm going to cough. And I think you've coughed every day since.
Me? You think it was me coughing? Interesting you say that. Interesting.
What are you looking for? Your water, I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking for my water.
Wow, is it me? Is it me that you're suspecting? Well, I've got a cough for sure. I'm coughing.
Okay. I just want to
It's
make
not-
sure you're okay. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I was just reading about the EGOT acronym.
I just hope it's not the smoke from the factory that's getting in your lungs, because this is a sustainable factory. It's a totally green factory. Is it?
Who knows? Okay, we will be back tomorrow, 10 10 a.m. Eastern. Until then, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
All right, nobody cares, but I'm giving you the results for the poll. The best name for the No Dunks podcast listeners. The Pod Squad leading. Skeets, way to go.
Nice.
You did it.
That's good.
I know you don't care, but it's your name, so now you care. 46%. Follow through crew. The Pod Mob, and then the follow-up family.
What about the Pod
Following
Bond?
up in the rear. The what?
The Pod Bond.
Yeah. Good try.
All right. We're brainstorming. Brace the day, people.